And welcome back, everybody. Because together we can. That's the name of, the description of the of this stream. And welcome to this special Sunday edition live stream with Creative Redensity, the one known as CR. And hopefully everyone's doing well on this Sunday. I know some other people are streaming, and I appreciate everyone dropping by, and I'm sorry in advance to other people who are streaming and not being able to attend your stream at the moment, but, that's sometimes how it goes, and, I need a WT anyways, and this is the only time I have at the moment. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Well, I wait for some people to drop me a like, a comment, and all that good stuff. I'm just not not sit down, but make me a coffee here. I've had a busy day today, and I still have to do stuff on this very warm Sunday here. And hopefully everyone's doing well, like I said. While I wait for some people to drop in here. Reminder to everyone, keep going out there, keep doing out there. If you have people within your group or family or whatever, all right? Try to bring it together, all right? You don't need to be a one-man show or a one-woman show at times. Sometimes some of the best results come from, together. So hopefully everyone's doing well, like I said. Get some coffee ready. Yeah! Just gonna heat up some water here. Get my coffee going here. And my reusable coffee filter out and all that good stuff. Yes, I've been busy doing stuff. This kind of stuff. Some gardening type of stuff among some other things I've been doing. And now, for transparency's sake, I need to apologize to a certain degree to some of my followers slash subscribers slash people I follow. I have not been around in the last little bit because I've been quite preoccupied with other things, trying to help some other people out and doing some other things around here and some other places, among some other things. But I'll try to come back by and watch your content, catch your live streams, and maybe even leave a like on your post or whatever. But I also have to do things here too. Sometimes you have responsibilities you gotta do, right? Sometimes, like I've said before, right? Sometimes I'm not always around. Sometimes I gotta do my own thing too for a little bit of time. But I do appreciate everyone that will be dropped by. So far, at the moment, I don't have anyone in, and I haven't seen a comment, but that's okay, because eventually someone will leave a comment, and I'll see it on the screen. Eventually, right now. See? Exactly. See, look at that. What's up, Joseph? See, I got some more people coming. See, I just timed that really, really well. I was just like, how's it going, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Just making sure that my device is charged. Let's put that on the screen here. See? He's here in the house. Woo! Hopefully you're doing good deal. Yeah, yes. I thought I removed it. Okay, there we go. So hopefully everyone's doing well, like I said. Yeah, you're doing great. Awesome! Echo. I'm just gonna make myself a coffee here. Get my reusable coffee filter out and amongst some other things. So hopefully the weather's treating everyone nicely on this Sunday. If I remember right, it's Memorial Day for you guys in the U.S. or something like that, right? We had Victoria Day earlier in the week, for me here anyway. So, hopefully you guys down in the U.S. can enjoy the weekend and the day tomorrow, and I'll be enjoying the week because it's supposed to be sunny, just like today. So I can't wait for it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's all good. It's all good, Joseph. Hopefully you're doing well. Like I said, just waiting for my warm up here. Oh, and I have to get the coffee grounds. Really make coffee without the grounds, right? Get this out here. I'll probably chop and drop this coffee back in the ground like later on in the day or after the stream or something like that. And maybe, just maybe I'll show a sneak peek of something. Maybe. Now, like I've said, I've been busy now doing some other things in the real world, right? Not in this virtual environment. I actually haven't made many videos this month. It just seems like this month keeps dragging on, and it's like, 5 weeks, or it seems like 5 weeks of May. At least five Fridays. The 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. And yes, I will have a video up this coming up Friday. And I think there will be, as far as I remember scheduling it, there will be shorts this Wednesday because I didn't post one the previous week. But the week before that, I did do one, and it did quite well. I got 1K supposedly out of it. About 50-50 for the swipe away or whatever it was. I'm like, okay, I don't even know how that happened, right? I guess everyone just beamed their watch time, their views over to me. I don't even know how that happened. It wasn't even that special. It wasn't funny. It wasn't a punny video or whatever. It was just kind of something I did. I had to do anyways. Use your imagination and think it's coffee. Yeah, something like that. Hey. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just waiting for this coffee, this water to heat up. It'll probably be another minute or two. Oh, look who it is! It's the one known as CB. Hello, Huga. How are you doing, my friend? You get a virtual fist bump by me. And Joseph, you get one too. Why not? I'll do two. I have two hands. I could do two at the same time. I'll multitask that in. This reminds me. I was out earlier and I was just commenting on this shirt that someone was wearing. This she was a mom, but because her mom said mom multitasker ninja. I was just randomly just saying, oh, I need a shirt like that says my name or whatever, multitasker ninja or something like that. I was just making small talk, right? Just making small talk. I think I was at the dollar store, and it actually reminds me these two fellows were asking me, hey, do you know where the camping section is, right? I think it's in the next aisle, right? I was gonna go into the aisle anyways. I just had to check something up on the top of the previous aisle, and then I came back around. I'm like, I was like, I see you guys are good, just making small talk or whatever, right? And they were looking for some sort of tool or whatever to use or whatever. I was just taking a look at the prices because I haven't been in the dollar store for a while. For quite a while actually. I was just like, well, some of the stuff went up, but then some of the other stuff, I'm like the cotton pants or whatever, I'm like, well, they're still at the $1.25 mark. Not the last time I seen them at. Then there's some other stuff like the quote-unquote cosmetic stuff, the shampoo stuff and all that, body wash or whatever. I think it's at $4 or $5 now, but it is what it is, I guess. So how are you both doing? You guys enjoying your day? Did you have a nice productive day? Did things all come together? Because this is gonna be the theme of this video / replay / live stream together. All right. And you're probably like, what together? What do you mean? I'm gonna go together. Well, it's not just people coming together, but sometimes it's about resources coming together. Hey, sometimes it's about the plants coming together, right? Working together, or resources coming together to work together, like. You mulch your tomato plants and, they're working side by side together, right? or you have some cover crop underneath them or whatever, the Three Sisters, whatever, corn squash and beans or whatever, something along the lines of that, and it's working together, right? Just like how I'm gonna bring my cup, my filter, and my coffee grounds together with some water and get something to, well, pick me up with. Alright, just pour in the water. Make sure I don't spill it because my phone's still nearby. Pour the coffee. CR's pouring the coffee. Oh, yeah. I haven't even had a sip, but I can smell it. And it smells like a nice brew coming together. As long as I don't burn my lip on that hot on it. Hopefully not. Let's steep for a bit. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a nice cup of Joe. Just like Joseph here. You gotta that sucks. Hey, I know you're trying to identify it or whatever. It's just like, you know, a little hole in like a tire or whatever. Like let's say a bicycle tire, and you're trying to figure it out. Like you spray like dish soap just to see if it bubbles or whatever, or underwater or whatever. Yeah, I got you. Okay. She's like, yes. Oh, you let her see that and do that? Ah, damn it. I tried to make it funny, CD. I tried to make it. It didn't turn out so well. But I tried to make it. That's cool. Yeah, I know today I was giving some water. I mean, today was more of a slightly above seasonal daytime highs. This coming up week for it, it's supposed to be much higher daytime highs. Considerably above seasonal for this time of year. Remember, this is still May. Not June, July, August, but end of May. I mean, yeah, I know a couple of weeks from now we're not have the summer solstice, but, you know. I was saying to someone earlier, because I was talking to some gardening friends today. I was just mentioning this to them, you know, because amongst some other things. Because I was coming up with this topic for this stream, like, I, like, literally, like, 2 hours ago came up with it. I'm like, you know what? I think of all the things I haven't talked about, I'm not talking about together. So this is going to be the theme of this, right? On this Sunday live stream with CR. As I, like, almost singing along the karaoke here. Have a sip of my coffee here. As it all comes together. Oh, yeah. That is so nice. What's up, Cleve? How's it going, man? How are you doing, man? Virtual fist bump to you. How are you doing, man? But you're just probably just outside, just chilling, doing your gardening thing or whatever. Unless for some reason it changed outside, or it's too hot, or it's cloudy. I don't know. I know for me it's nice and sunny outside. Maybe in a little bit, I'll top off my phone a little bit. Maybe I'll bring you guys outside and show you guys a very, 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 very small sneak peek. We'll see. I'm just done. I just came from outside, so I'm just taking a break. Taking my coffee break here. Nice. Yeah. Oh, you know it, CB. You know it. Very, very nice coffee here. Oh, yeah. A little pick me up here. Yeah, I was doing lots today. Once again, helping someone out. I took some pictures and some video, but I need to ask them permission first, so. I mean, I'm not gonna give away the details too much, but I will talk to them, because I will have to see them the next day, as in aka Monday, the next day here, but I'll talk to them to see if I can actually use some of the footage. Like, it doesn't really show anything identifying, like, an address or anything pretty specific. It's, you know, pictures of a wall, generally speaking, or the ground, so it could be any place, right? So, we'll see. I have to talk to them first, but no, it's just something I've been helping someone out with. So someone wants to grow some stuff, you know, and bring some stuff together, right? Because like even earlier when I was saying stuff to them, and was like I just brought the word the word together in together while in the conversations, and I just like thinking, and I was doing something else today, then talking to some other people and some other things that were going on. I'm like, you know what? I was like thinking of a topic for this stream because I wanted to do this stream, right? Because I have some time or whatever. I'm just like, oh, what to think about? I'm like, why not just make it the real reason that I'm for the day together? So together we can. Together the plants can. Together people can. Together the resources can. Together the coffee can wake me up. Oh God! Are you trying to like sprout my interest and showing you guys the sunflowers? Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I get back out there during this live stream. Hopefully I can. I want to anyways. Because I was just doing some stuff out there. I'm just taking a break here. Just taking a breather. Just taking a breather. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Just taking a breather for a little bit. Just doing some stuff. And before that, I was like I said, I was talking to some art gardeners for a little bit. I know around here. And stuff like that. Their place looks so much nicer. When I talked to them, I was like, I told them like it feels like I'm stepping into a forest, that kind of feeling, right? With different colors, purples, some yellows, some whites, obviously some greens, right? And obviously you see the soil and all that stuff, and other stuff, but very little way in terms of grass, anyways, right? So it was very, very nice. I just had a nice conversation with him. And the next thing you know, I'm like, I'm just gonna drop by for 5 minutes to turns into 50 minutes later. I just like I come back. I'm like, oh my gosh, I only have like 20 minutes before the stream starts. I gotta like set it up and do all this other stuff and set this up over on the Prism Live app that I'm using again. So that's why I think it was like a minute or two late or something like that. I was like, okay. Because I was charging my phone at that time, so I didn't have my device and I didn't ask them for the time. I just kept going with there. All right, Joseph. So yeah, I was today just having a good day. Things are coming together nicely. The plants are growing nicely. They're coming together. Not as well established as I would like at times, but better than under-established. And it is still May, the end of May, the last week of May, the last following this Monday to Friday end of May, or Saturday to May, but technically it's the last week of May, so I'm good with that. You planted something at work today? Yeah, I get what you mean, Cliff, yeah. Ooh. Secret, she used what? Look at me. Wait, 1, 2, 3 like words with CR in there. Dang. Yeah. Nice, hookah. Nice. So yeah. That's nice. So like I said, I was just talking to them and just making small talk, just talk about stuff. Actually, one of them I was talking about, we like literally talked about mulch for like, it seemed like 15 minutes straight. Like 15 minutes straight. Also they live around here, so the weather's the same, right? You know what I mean, relatively speaking, alright? Variation of a degree or two or whatever microclimates, but then like, we were just talking about mulch for like, it seemed like 15 minutes. We were just talking about it, right? And I was giving my accounts about it and stuff like that, what I've done in the past. It's one observations that I've seen personally, right? Yeah, I can hear, say, or read about it, watch it, hear it on in a video or whatever, but I gave my own story about it from a personal experience from 2021 when I saw 95 Fahrenheit, 35 Celsius, which, if I remember right, that was the warmest year I've seen. And where I saw 98 on Canada Day on July 1st, 37 Celsius. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'm not seeing 100 Fahrenheit, 40 Celsius like some of you guys in other places. But, for here it's quite warm, considering that how cold it can get here. I know, I can't believe I'm talking about cold when it's like really warm outside. But here I am. Oops, he is in. How's it going, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome back, Joseph. Let me have another sip of my coffee here. Oh yeah, this is hitting the spot. I feel like I can do so much more. As I trying to bring things together. Here. Alright. So man, yeah, I see you there. Here, I'll highlight that. Yeah. What's this? Here, I'm just gonna put this right here. Just leave it on the screen for a little bit as I say something else here. Alright? And I appreciate the thumbs up, by the way. So, yeah. And so, yeah, we were just talking about mulch, and I was talking to their significant other, their mate, or whatever, right, for afterwards for a little bit of time. And we were just talking, and, like, I'm sort of trying to get to know them better, right, as individuals. They've invited me in for coffee, right, and stuff like that. I mean, so, maybe if anything happens or whatever, together we can do something, right? So we'll see. I tried to help them out, and vice versa, right? So I remember even during the winter time I was helping them with shoveling or whatever. I can't believe I'm talking about that now. It's like May. Oh, it's June. I'm talking about that, but it's part of the story, right? So I've helped them out and just make connections out there as much as possible, right? Via like the gardeners or people that fabricate stuff in terms of like metal fabrication or woodworking, right? I've been trying to not get my foot in the door, but just kind of make small talk and just get a conversation going and maybe bring something together or whatever, right? Not asking for anything, just a friendly exchange of goods and services. I'll just say it like that, right? So I'm just doing what I can here still. And bringing things together just like how I brought all these things together for this nice cup of coffee. That includes grounds, water, nice clean water, by the way, and a nice cup that I've shown in a shorts before, like last year. Where I brought some coffee together. Oh yeah, that's good. Like I said, let's see where my camera is. See? Coffee, see? Coffee. See? Ooh, I know, see? It's so good, it's not even done yet. That's how good it is. But yeah. That's how good the coffee is right now. Just enjoying it. Just sipping on it. Just I talk with you folks out there, and I appreciate it. You guys dropping by, right? I know this was a kind of more impromptu, not as much notification as, really as I would like at times, but it is what it is. Now, I will say one thing. There may be a live stream on Monday, as in tomorrow. I don't know. I might have time in the afternoon. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can squeeze in, and we'll see. And we'll see how long I go for this stream. Because, really, I must be talking really slow because it's only been not even 25 minutes in, not even half an hour in. Not even a half an hour in. While usually I feel like, oh, I've already done an hour already, and it's only, or it only been felt like 15 minutes, but it's already been an hour already, right? So, oh, okay. Aw, it's pause for that. Aw, shake a paw. Right. So, so yeah, together, right? Sometimes, like I said, it's like not just people coming together for certain things or whatever, like a team can, for example, but sometimes it's physical resources coming together, right? Bringing something there. It's just like in the preparedness community or the bushcrafting community to a certain degree and survival community, people bring like a kit together of sorts, right? Whatever it is, first aid, flak. I was making sure I didn't swear there. I was said it, but first aid kit, IFAC, or a fire kit, or whatever, right? Or some sort of bag, right? That stuff comes together. It's purposely picked out, generally speaking, unless you buy a pre-made one. But even a pre-made one, sometimes, well, even that stuff comes together in some form or fashion, anyways, right? Quality or whatever. That's beyond the point, beyond the scope of this video, but that it comes together, right? And it's in one area or brought together to help do something for a common good, whatever it is, or if it's a backpack or whatever, some sort of kit, then it's to facilitate what? Survival? Starting a campfire, first aid, or whatever, right? It could be sports too, right? A team coming together, right? Where it's not just one individual or the quarterback, the QB, the captain, the head honcho, whatever, right? Doing everything, right? It's other people picking up the slack, right? So it's not, and it's not just the offense doing everything, right? It's the defense, or the offense comes back to do some defense, and the defense does some offense, right? And you're able to win your game or whatever, right? That kind of thing. If you think about it, your backpack kit or whatever are like players on the team. These things come together. So in a time of crisis or when it's needed, where you need the W or the win or the point or the whatever, right? It needs to be done. Those things are in this case players or whatever come together to help facilitate that or help it achieve that quote unquote goal, right? Like literally and figuratively and metaphorically, because remember that. Remember when you see that, right? Remember when you see that. Even if you don't watch sports, but look at it like a backpack, right? It's just like a vehicle, right? A vehicle doesn't just run it on its own. Things come together to help it go. Some sort of engine, the wheels, a steering wheel, some brakes, some lights, some wipers, the seats, a seatbelt, right? So you don't get ejected out or whatever, right? From a sudden stop or whatever, right? A seatbelt cutter, for example, if necessary. The fuel, the energy or the power, regardless if it's, petrol, gas, or electric, or whatever, or a combination of both, right? All that stuff comes together to help you move or help you move something. As I'm just randomly looking at the word moving on my fridge right now. Like, literally, I can see it right now. All I see is we are moving now on my fridge. I'm like, oh, yeah. What's up, Bob? I see you in there. Hello, Bob. Mr. Bobby. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Hopefully you're doing well. It's nice to see you around. Yeah, see, now I'm getting fired up. If Bob's here, now I'm getting fired up. He's so gonna fire me in the next 2 minutes here. But it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Anytime Bob fires me up, I'd be like, yep, it was worth it. It's worth it. If it's not Saturday, then it'll be over on his channel or whatever, or over here. Yeah, good times, good times. As I randomly wipe the sweat off my brow. Yeah, yeah. You want a compost movie? uh, well, maybe I can smooth talk my way into that, right? Oh, it's coming up. Wait for it. Wait for it. But like I said, bringing things coming together. I'm not. I guess I can say a few things because technically Bob has shown it on his channel. It's nothing on a personal or on a private chat or whatever. I've seen Bob. You brought certain things together, like it rains in your area quite frequently, so you're just making sure you got some firewood or pre-made fire starters or whatever, if not absolutely necessary. The paint stove, the paint can stove, or something along the lines that you have mentioned is in public domain, so I guess I can say it, right? So even bringing that together, right, in advance, right? Bringing that stuff together in advance to do something, right? So just in case, or when it's required or necessary for it to be used, right? And dialing it in, right? Sometimes in sports they say that, right? People are dialed in. It means that they're kind of focused on the objective, right? Obviously, for sports, it's about winning or whatever, right? Getting a goal, touchdown, whatever, right? That kind of home run, if it's baseball, whatever kind of sport it is, right? Or if it's hockey, then it's goal, right? Or winning, right? Still. For Bob, for example, it's just so, if it does rain, something happens, whenever, he's got these things ready in advance to be ready. And it's more proactively set up in advance, right? Because when you bring stuff together, like resources together, right, you are generally preparing it in advance, bringing it together, right? For example, I mean, it could be food too, right? Like Thanksgiving or whatever, you bring this stuff together. Christmas time, you bring these things together, right, for that time and stuff like that. Yeah, I did. Hi, Iron Fire Horse, I see you. Yes, sir. In advance, yes. By the way, I don't like being called sir. Personally, anyways. If you like to be called that, that's fine by me, but I don't. The reason why I don't like being called that is because generally what I say is, no, we're equal. You don't call me sir. We're equal, sir. You don't need just call me no something else, whatever it is. But I'm not a big fan of that. I know it's a political thing. Not political thing, but insert word that I can't think of thing. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of saying it. I mean, I'll say it to someone else if they like being called that, but I don't like being called that personally. So it's all good, Bob, by the way. Okay, ma'am. I mean, sir. Okay, I'm virus. Okay. Yeah, make it all easy. Yeah, exactly. That's the point, right? The reasoning why the description says coming together is because you're bringing the stuff coming together. We can together. Some wood, some wax, a can or whatever, right? Some sort of hobo stove, rocket stove, or whatever, rocket stove, chimney stove, whatever, right? Allows you to do something, right? Things that have come together in advance. It's just like in a huddle, or you're calling a timeout. You're coming together to bring the troops back in, or whenever to round them up, to get everyone back onto the same page again, right? To be able to achieve what you want in this. So in terms of like wax, wood, sticks or whatever, twigs or whatever, in a paint can or a rocket stove, it's to help you heat up water, pasteurize, boil water, even warm up some water for some coffee, for example, like I'm having right now. Or maybe it's some ramen noodles or some rice or whatever it is, right? So that stuff is ready in advance and it's dialed back into what may be necessary at that time, right? Hello, Vanessa Kitty VK. How are you doing? Yeah, you cut them into size and dry them. Yeah, exactly. And you know, you're just using sticks off the ground, right? You know, you know, that's a recoverable resource in time, right? Sticks, branches, well, not branches, but little sticks that they grow relatively quickly, with a year or two, right? So, you know. It's not big logs or whatever, right? You're not gonna have a big bonfire with it, but that's not the idea of it, right? The idea is just to the point, some sort of rocket stove, hobo stove, or a paint can, metal container stove, pre-made, made, DIY or whatever, and this stuff comes together to help you cook some food, heat up some water for some coffee, heat up some water for some tea, heat up some water for whatever, right? To cook or make tea or oatmeal or rice, whatever you want to have, right? I mean, I've used a rocket stove before to make eggs. Before, I don't think I have it on a video. I just think I just did it, but I don't quite have that rocket stove anymore. But it's all good. I'm missing something. Yes, I'm reading what you said, Iron Virus. Yes. Yeah, everything is in a place and ready to go, right? Because you're bringing this together. This is what this stream is specifically about together. Because if you think about it, people coming together, resources coming together, a team coming together, ideas coming together. Well, I guess it could be like a dream team. See how I'm using a lot of metaphors in here, sports metaphors and all that stuff, and just not to relate this in, because if you think of it, it's very related, just to help everyone relate to it, right? Yeah, very nice, Vanessa. Very nice. I had everything handy for the cooking lights and heat. Oh, nice. Cool. Iron Farmers, cool. Maybe. I didn't realize how fast my battery's dropping here. Let me put in some more. Is my battery actually charging? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it is. So, like, even for me, like, this week, like, obviously, like, today's Sunday and the time of this recording, shout out to Replay Gang, right? Aside from yesterday and today, Monday to Friday of this week, like, this, well, would have been the third week, not the last week, but the fourth week of May, technically. I had a bunch of rain, right? But, one good thing I decided to do was before, and, cloudy skies, right? So, not much in solar energy or solar power, right? I was banking the power the week before, right? And now with this upcoming week again, I'm supposed to get literally sunny skies, like, every single day this coming up week, right? Monday to, like, probably, like, Sunday here. All those days have sunshine, right? Some degree, there might be various amounts of sunshine, or cloudiness or whatever, but generally speaking, it is like what it is today for me, where you can see a shadow, like you can do solar ignition or whatever, right? So in terms of solar energy or solar power, get the solar lights charging, the batteries charging, pop them back off or whatever, right? I was able to use some of it in the 5 days it was cloudy, so now I'm banking the power back up again, so bringing that kind of stuff together. And actually I have some of them next to me. I'll have to check the power level on them, but I'm pretty sure most of them are pretty good. Let's see what you guys are doing. Yeah, because I'm Firehorse and some of you were talking about lights, so yeah. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Vanessa Kitty. It can hold 80 pounds. Nice. Not an army, yeah. Well, Iron Farmers, if you ever had that you at least you would have plenty to spare. You'd be like, I'm good for the whole year. Right? You know, use a third of a pound every day. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you probably could almost get it. Maybe at least 9 months. That'd be like 3 meals a day. You'd be like, yeah, I'm good. As long as the seals or whatever still work and all that stuff, you'd be good. Yeah, nice. Please tell me my battery's going up. Yeah, just slowly. I gained 1%. Let me top off my battery some more. Maybe I'll show somebody. But yeah. No, I got my solar lights charging right now too. So top off some more power into it. I've shown some of them. I'm actually been considering on getting more. I actually really like them. I don't know. It's like, I don't know why. I just like them for some reason. You know, for what it is. Because I've noticed around here, at least for me, I don't know about you guys, you folks, you gals, you guys out there, what you guys see out there in terms of solar or whatever, right? And I'm specifically talking about solar lights. I'm not talking about solar power per se, although solar power and solar lights do go hand in hand, but I'm talking about more on a smaller scale of stuff, right? I've been seeing this more and more lately. Like, I walk around in neighborhoods or whatever, I'm just like looking like, man, there's so many solar lights people have in their, or you know, maybe I'm able to visit friends or whatever, and I see someone in their backyard or whatever, and you know, places that I walk by in the public area, like on a road, and I can see their solar lights sitting in their front steps or whatever, right? Stuff like that. You know, something you could see from the road or sidewalk or whatever, right? So in a public space, I'm just like, you know, I was just thinking to myself, you know, they're getting them for decorative touch, right? Obviously, right? But I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? That is technically, even though they're doing it for gardening, landscaping purposes, right? Technically, they're prepping a little, right? They don't quite think so, but I know you guys would know because, you know, in a grid down power outage, provided it was actually sunny for a little bit of time during that same date or whatever, and there whatever, right? You know, or if it did storm, you know, it's sunny later or whatever, right? Those could be used inside if necessary, right? I've noticed that more and more people are like using some, right? Like, I'm convinced about it because I've used some before at times too. A few times that I've had to use them in terms of, you know, an actual power outage, right? You know, I told one of my subscribers something else. They've seen what something else I've set up in terms of for using something like that if necessary, right? You know, I think this is why I want to acquire some more. just for, it's just nice, right? And if I go camping, I can bring them along, and now, you know, providing it's sunny most of the time, or I can have power to charge up the battery itself, or it's sunny out, or a combination of both, or whatever, or I use a battery bank to charge back up those, you know, then I can have some lighting in the evening time at night time, right? If it's sunny all day, you know, while, let's say I go camping for a couple days or whatever, right, and it's sunny the whole time, couple of solar lights, now I got lighting throughout the whole time, right? You know, I can save my flashlight, my headlamp, for example, if I want to use the washroom, right? But I can have some aerial lighting around camp, right, and stuff like that, you know? And, you know, let's say if I'm not looking at the chat right now because I'm explaining this story. I'll get back to the chat. But, you know, something, if I'm going with other people too, or other people, friends or whatever, it'd be like, you know, they can save their flashlight or headlamp or whatever they're using, you know, even their phone if they're using that, you know. That way, you know, and basically we're using solar power for the lighting, you know, and indirectly redirecting solar energy or sunshine at night, if that makes any sense. Yes, there we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I understand. I understand, Iron Farmers, as I picked up a couple more percent on my phone. No, I just have mine just charging in the sun. Like I said, it's mainly sunny outside. Like, it's not quite 100% clear out, but there's just thin cloud out. Basically, it's sunny. You know, it's strong enough for solar ignition and all that stuff, right? So it's you know where you can see your shadow and stuff like that. I'm just letting my battery top off a little bit more before I go back outside. You brought some expensive lights from like including headlamp. I have a cheap fairy light, use less and give better all around light. Okay. Oh, OLED, yeah. I was like flight. I like from a flight. Like you got lights from an airplane flight. I'm like, oh, OLED, yeah. I got you. I guess F is somewhere close to O. Or it's the spell check, right? It's the spell check autocorrect, right? Yeah, it's that autocorrect, right? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, blame the autocorrect, right? Yeah. Dang, autocorrect. You didn't get it right this time. But you know, just honestly because OLED is a brand name of a flashlight or lights and stuff like that versus flight, right? Sometimes autocorrect thinks you misspelled it or whatever. No, it's a brand name, right, or whatever, right? So then grab some real quick. Hold on. Don't worry, I'm coming back. I was just checking. So, see, I have some batteries in front of me, some AA's or whatever, that I can recharge with solar power, right? I am done checking them right now. Because, like I said, I'm supposed to expect 5, maybe even 6 or 7 days of solid sunshine, right? So, I'm gonna top off the power back again, right, on some of these batteries, and use them at night or whatever, too, right? So, I'm just gonna check on them just to make sure that I'm doing it using this. Let's see here. Positive to positive, negative to negative. I'm like, yeah, this needs some more. 0.93. Check this other one here when I'm doing this. 0.97. See, tomorrow I'll probably try to bring these back out and top them back off. Yeah, see, 0.98. See, they're not even over a volt yet. These rechargeables are supposed to be at like 1.2. No. Wrong way. What's this say? Yeah. 0.86. Yeah, see, I don't have to top these off tomorrow. I'll probably use 0.97. Yeah, they're all under 1 volt, so all 5 of these right here I'll have to top back off. Here, I'll show you this. So these batteries here. See? I gotta move my chat out of the way. See? 1.2 nickel metal hydride AA, 1000 milliamp. This is just under a volt, so. Which means that I've used it, which also means I have to charge it up. Oh, you're taking off, Joseph? Take care, man. Have a good night. I appreciate you dropping by. I just read what Iron Fortress said. This time it was for reals. She's not exaggerating it. Yeah. Take care, Joseph. You just got a smaller power bank. You can power in the sun. It was supposed to be $299 CAD reduced to 50, then 15% off. Wow. Hey, if you get some uses out of it or whatever, you know, if it was something like $50 and you use it at least like 50 times, well, hey, maybe it is worth it, right? You know, get your money's worth or whatever, right? Yeah. So I've been considering on getting another, not the batteries itself, but more of these solar lights. I really am enjoying them. I don't know. It's just I don't know. There's something just awesome about it. I mean, like most people generally outside the preparedness community, outside the survival bushcraft community, they're just like soroids, right? But people like yourself, for example, some people that watch my content, including myself and some other people, can understand the value of them, right? Because I can use them camping. I can use them if there's power outage or whatever, right? I could use them for other things, right? Or use them other places that I don't have grid power per se or whatever, right? Like camping or whatever, right? Area lighting outside. Hey, I'm throwing a party and some area lighting or something like that. It'd be nice, right? It's just nice. So what I'll probably do is probably top these off tomorrow and switch them out, switch some of the batteries out. Because I think even if I did use some of the solar lights the power from those solar lights, the double A's, because we're coming closer to the summer solstice, I think I will still have residual power even after I use them. So, and basically, I'm basically getting like 12 hours plus of daylight right now. So I'm pretty sure I can top off a lot of juice in them, right? Get them back into that higher 1.1, 1.2 volt range for these nickel metal hydride batteries. So, good evening, Howie. How are you doing? I see you in there. Actually, it will be very handy, my fairy lights. Oh, yeah. That's good. Iron Forest. Yeah. That's one thing I like about it. Like, when I go camping now, especially now since I have these air solar lights, right? Especially if I do get more of these kind, like what I have, because I'm convinced about. I like them. They're not round. They're squarish. They're like about the thickness of two deck of playing cards, right? But the thing is, it fits in your pocket. Like, if you like the round ones or whatever, that's fine or whatever. But some of those round ones or whatever, like you see them whatever, right? In places, whatever. A lot of places, right? They don't fit in a pocket quite nicely, and I'm trying to put a round solar light into a square rectangular bag, shape thing, right? And one thing I like about these other ones I have, like I have a full set of them, but I kind of like these because they give off more a yellowish type of light, which is fine for me. I'm not too picky about color per se, as long as I can see, and I don't mind them at night because they're not as bright as the whites, but they're not as glaring as the whites too, and that makes any sense, right? So when you just wake up, or if I had them overnight and I just wake up to use the washroom, my eyes adjust better till I don't get, you know what I mean? But for me, I've been liking them, right? So, and they include the battery. Well, this set that I have include the batteries too, and yeah. So I've been reconsidering. I've had them for a couple years now, 2 or 3. I think it's coming into the 3rd year, and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, they're going well. They don't have an on and off switch, which kind of sucks, but I can just pull the battery out or whatever, right? But it's nice that I can, quote unquote, change the battery out. I'm not looking at the chat at the moment because I'm trying to make a story up here. So, all right, let's see the chat again. Okay, I appreciate that, Howie. Oh, a fishy story. I see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see, Howie. I see. Ooh, I picked up 5 more % on my phone. Nice. And I'm coming up closer to the hour mark. We'll see how long I go for. Why not? I'll go as long as until I have nothing else to say or I'm running out of breath. whatever happens first. But then again, technically I have done an 8. But I'm not doing an 8-hour stream randomly. Because I don't have the time. And I have to do other things. But, it will go, this stream will go a little bit longer than something red. Yeah, okay. Oh, they have have no on and off. Oh, and from team to bring up the one. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, Iron Forest, I gotcha. You know, I get some Iris solar lights or whatever, but you know, some that were clouded over the solar panel. But I still trickle charge them in or whatever, right? It just depends. It depends on the capacity of the battery and, you know, and all that stuff and the input of power in, right? Because I checked the lot. They're sitting outside in the sun right now. I can actually see them from my window right now, but you know, I'm not gonna go grab one just because it's actually charging right now. It's still in the sun. It's still in the sun, even though it's getting late in the evening here. But you know, it will be sunset eventually in a couple hours, whatever, and you know, I'll bring them back in or use them outside, right? But I've checked them with my device next to me for checking power. I'm like, I get 2 volts. Input it into the battery, right? 1.2 volts, give or take, for the battery. So yeah, it'll charge it. So, but that's in like bright sun, right? Obviously, you know, cloudy day or reduced sunshine or whatever, you know, it's gonna be less. You know, it's gonna be like 0.5. Or if it's totally cloudy or whatever, or cloudy in the morning or whatever, I'll be lucky to get a 0.2 in there. It will trickle charge in really slow. But right now, you know, it's pumping in the power into it, you know, and indirectly using sunshine later on. Yeah, okay, I see Iron Fires. Yeah, that's cool. 4 settings? Wow. White night light. White night light. I can't even say that. White night light. It's a white night light. I swear I could make a song out of that. It's a white night light tonight. It's a white night light tonight. Yeah, right under the white light, red and flashing. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, actually, that reminds me. That reminds me of something now. Just to make sure, because I already have the device out to check the batteries, I might as well actually check some other ones out while I'm at it. Just to double check and see. Not this one though. Because it'd be a very good idea not to assume that I have power in them. And know for sure. Because I don't want to assume and be like, grab a battery that has like no juice in it and be like in the middle of the dark. Right? But, yeah, they should be good. They look good still. I think I checked. These are non-rechargeable, so yeah, providing I haven't used them, they should have some power. Excuse me. I don't know why my nose is running. I think I must have gotten. It must be the pollen in there. I don't know. It's springtime, so bear with me. Take care, Howie. I appreciate you dropping by. And I appreciate the comments you leave on some of my previous videos. I appreciate that so much. So much that I like to see them. And I'm rooting for you. Take care, Howie. So, yeah. Actually, these are the ones I have to check right here. I have some triple A's right here. Triple A's right here. Let's see. It's still supposed to be up to 1.2, ideally. Let's see here. What? Is it that low? Oh wow, I'm glad I decided to check. See, this one, totally no power. It's dead. Let's see this other one I have. Really? Did I not? I must have not checked the use for a while, because this one has 0.9, but it's not dead, or completely drained, but those are two. I'll have to top them off during the week. Just like these triple A's, I had to use an adapter for that solar light, but yeah, I can get recharge. Actually, since I'm putting back in the container, usually what I do is, if I face the positive and up, and let's say these are two that are not with no power, I face them down. That way, I know the difference right away. And when I tell people, it would be like, hey, can you get me battery, AA battery, blah, 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 right? Which one, right? And I tell them, look at the container, look at what's facing you. If the positive end, right, the one that has the little nub is facing up, it has power. If it's the flat end facing up, that means it has either no power or needs to be charged before use, or before the next use. That's how I do it now. That's how I do it, just to keep tabs on it and stuff like that. Take care, Al. Yeah, I see you in there. I'll put these. Well, actually, I'll just leave one out for now, and I'll actually leave all my adapter out for now. Because I found, like I said, I've been able to. Sometimes, like, hold on a second. Let me go grab something. I've shown this one. It's been actually a while since I've shown this. Kind of like, it's probably been a long time. I couldn't remember if I actually shown it on the channel. I'm pretty sure I've shown this. I've had this for so long now. Like, how long have I had this? It feels like 7 years now. On and off. I use them when I do use it. Right? But I'm not done turning it on. Well, I'm not turning on see right now for myself. But okay, yeah. Yeah, it's a headlamp, right? Yeah, also, I'm not going to turn this on, right? Yeah, for the sake of the video, but yeah. I'll just turn it upside down. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see that's on. I don't want to blind everyone here and all that stuff, so I don't like doing that. But what I'm going to say here is that I'm going to check on the battery level right now. Because like I said, and I'm bringing the stuff together, the solar lights with some of this, and recharge these up via solar. Like I said, I'm supposed to be getting so much sunshine this week. I'm like, you know what? And then bring it back together and top these off. So I'm just gonna check on the battery level. I've had these batteries for a bit. I got these on sale. I'm trying to remember where, but like it was a bargain bin thing. I think it's like it was cheaper to get these pack of AAAs. It was a 4-pack than at different other places, right? I think it was like it had to be under 10. It might have been under $8 Canadian, right? For me, that's a bargain for AAAs, especially rechargeables, right? I don't know how much they are now because I haven't bought it for a while, but I've had these for a while, so I'm just not checking them right now. I know they have power because I just turn on the light, but hello, thanks, Iron Fighters. Hi, Sunflower. How are you doing? How you doing, my friend? Good evening. I'm just gonna check on these real quick. 1.1. I know they got power. 1.09. Basically, I would just top them off for later on. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, this. Oh, yeah, this one's 0.8. So definitely this week. Yes, I see you in there. Oh, no. It's on fire. We're saying hi to Sunflower. Definitely this coming up week, I'll make sure once the air batteries are more topped off or whatever, I'm getting into that higher. Like I said, these rechargeable batteries generally, you know, once they're in that 1.2 volt range, they're great, generally speaking. But once I get that one's topped off, then I'll top these ones off that I have in this headlamp. That way, if absolutely necessary, or if I have to use the later, it'll have more power compared to what it is right now. Let's like pop them back into this here. Yeah, all right. Give me a sec. I gotta put this away. I can put the stuff away so it's ready later on if I need to, instead of laying them around and I can't find them later. That would upset me. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah. I guess I'll plug my phone for a little bit. Hey, it's Molly. Hi, Molly. Hi, Molly. Let me wave vigorously at Molly. She deserves that. She deserves that. Ever since she thought I didn't see her the one time, and I'm wave vigorously. Yeah, there's, oh, here it is. My own EDC type of flashlight. I didn't have it in my pocket. But sometimes I don't have it in my pocket during the day, but at nighttime I will have it. Let me just get my phone some power here. Yeah, there we go. I've shown this before. You'll have to trust me on this because it's worn down. But I did show it in the previous video that I actually showed this. Actually, it's been a while because it faded, but this is actually Streamlight. In that video, it shows it a little bit clearly. Like, I can barely see it now. I know where it is. Let's see. I'll see if I can show you guys. Give me a second. Yeah, I guess it would help if I actually... Hold on, let me adjust the focus. See, I don't know if I can focus that in. Hold on. No, I don't think. Yeah. Wait, I gotta see where it is. It's supposed to be right here. It's supposed to be right there. See, I can't focus that in because then I have, it says it right there. But anyways. Let me switch this back to autofocus. Turn the camera off for a moment here. But basically, what I think I have to take something else to see this with, but I'm trying to even remove what it says. Oh yeah, it's Streamlight MicroStream. Yeah, that's what it's called. I just want to check the power on this. Because this stream is about coming together, right? Well, a flashlight coming together with an actual charged or power in a battery is a lot better than a flashlight coming together with a dead or drained battery. Right? So that's why I'm doing this anyway. Don't give me a chance, and besides, I'm already doing this anyway, so I might as well. Yeah, I'm at 1.04, so eventually, after these air batteries are used, I'll top up the rechargeable battery I have in this Streamlight. I don't use it that often, so it'll be fine for now. This is like kind of like I use this like as an emergency because I know how much runtime I have on it, or like, hey, I drop something and I need to find it around the corner, or you know, between the seats or something like that. Now, one thing's for sure, these air batteries, I know I need to check on because I know I've been using it with somebody else here with a Nerf quote unquote flashlight or whatever, right? So I know the batteries are drained or draining more on it. I just want to see because I know how it was when now these AAAs I actually did charge them with solar power via solar lights, right? Back when I had like a week of sunshine again, right? And this coming up week, as in like tomorrow, end of this week into June or whatever before it rains or clouds back over again. I'm gonna have 7 days or so, 6 or 7 days of sunshine. So yeah, I'm gonna take advantage. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to top off a lot of batteries with it. Right. So let's see what I'm at. Yeah, I do it. Oh yeah, it's definitely drained. I even noticed it when I was running the device. Let's see here. Huh. I think I might have to double check on one of them. Yeah. Specifically one, yeah. Check on this. And I'll probably top these all off too. I would do it now, but it's so late in the day already. I don't think I'm gonna be able to top them off before the sun sets now. So I'll just wait till tomorrow. Like I said, I'm supposed to get sunshine most of the week, so I'll be able to top these off. Or what? And I guess it would be probably smart if I put them back in the device, right? Yeah. Absolutely. LPL. What does that mean? Did I miss that? Did I miss the acronym there? I generally know all of these acronyms, and then other ones I don't know. I'm just like, what? What's that mean? Oh, you meant LOL. I was just like, what's LPL? Like, laughing people lately? I'm just kidding. Oh, I just have the snivel, sorry. I don't know, it must be the allergies, right? I'm not a big fan of taking stuff for it. I just sleep it off or just rest for a little bit. Make sure I turn power's on. Yeah, it does. I'll just put this on the to charge list, right? Now, if I really have to, I can charge these through grid power or whatever, or battery bank, but I'd rather charge them for solar if I can. You know, it'll take a little bit longer, yeah, compared to an outlet or grid power or battery bank, but it's also quote unquote free energy or green energy anyway. All right, give me 1 sec. I think it's time. It is time once again to show some people some stuff. So if you're following me along, you get to see a sneak peek right as soon as I go outside. Hold on. Look. Look, it's got a nice friend together with it, right? We'll see. Ooh, I know it's white. It's bright. It's in the sun. No. No, Iron Virus, it is not. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. Alright? So for some people that are still following me or listening to this or catching a replay, like, if you watched enough of the stream, where's that bird coming from? Not from my tree here. Probably could hear it. Pretty sure you can hear that. Like I said, it's sunny out here. I got some solar lights out here charging. So what I'll probably do later, right after sunset, or once the solar lights, the light sensor triggers it to go on, is probably check on the power on them, and then if I don't use up that power tonight, for whatever the reason is, I'll put them to the side as fully charged and make sure I charge these other ones that I've been talking about. Some of them I've shown or whatever, like on my stream later. Things growing here. You know, stuff like that. They're not that big right now. It's so early in the season. If I say that now, is everyone gonna expect me to like break it out into dance? It's like 5, 6, 7, 8. But yeah, there's some other stuff. But yeah, there's some stuff that I'm growing here. Started, right? So now that's a little sneak peek, was to sprout your interest on it a little bit. Besides, like I said, my nose is stuffy, so I just came back out here. Yeah, I don't know why. I must have gotten pollen up my nose or something like that. Because originally when I first started to stream, my nose wasn't stuffy. Now it's just like runny. Ugh. The only downside about this weather at times, I like when it rains because it washes the pollen down and it's not so bad. But now I just like, I think it's because I've been hanging around the plants too much. But whatever, it's all good. It's all good. I'll sleep it off. It's not like I've got a flu or a cold, right? It's just an allergy. I'll be able to sleep it off or whatever. So I should be good on that. Went in here. Since I have some power on my device right now, actually I gotta move. Oh, that was weird. Just noticed something. Yeah. You know what? I just realized something, and yes, I need to come closer because I forgot to connect to my Wi-Fi extender. Whoops. That's why. I forgot to connect to my Wi-Fi extender. I'm like, oh yes, thank goodness I didn't go in deeper. No. I'm pretty sure I forgot to reconnect to my Wi-Fi extender when I got back. I'm pretty sure. I mean, like, I'm close enough that it doesn't matter now, but I think that's why. Iron Fire Horse. I was just thinking, oh, like, oh, damn it, I forgot about it. I forgot to connect back into that. Like a dumbass. I was just like, dang it. Oh well. Hold on a sec here. Sorry. Ugh. I gotta move. Where's my... I gotta check my... yeah, I still got it. I'm not plugged in right now or a battery pack or anything like that. I'm just sitting outside for a little bit. Trying to get some air into it. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll help clear my... my nose here. Because it's raining a little bit. Ugh. It's one of the things I can't stand. I can stand a headache at times or whatever, or even a cough. And I'm like, I don't know, for some reason I can't stand a runny nose of all things. It just bugs me all the time. It's that like kind of thing that constantly just drains out. Yeah, I don't know. I never put up with sneezing anyways. But like I said, the stream's about together, right? So, and speak of together, I appreciate everyone coming together here and dropping by. Yeah, see, now I'm getting some breeze. Maybe it'll help. Providing I didn't randomly inhale something like floating through the air there. Yeah. As I speak of it. But no, I'm just chilling in the shade. Hey Shannon, how's it going? Good evening to you. Yeah, of course it's fine now because I'm closer to my modem or my actual standard Wi-Fi. I have an extender. And I get a little bit more range, but I can't reconnect to it right now because, well, I'm pretty sure I cannot reconnect to it without losing the stream, but whatever, that's not a big deal. I'll just chill with some of these other plants I have sitting on here. You'll have to wait for it to see something like that. Now, if you do follow me somewhere else or personally PM me, maybe I'll give you a sneak peek on some of the stuff that's right next to me. Like, literally, it's right next to me. I can see them. And they're sitting, little tiny plants sitting in a container. Oh, hey, I see a spider. I do. I'd show you it, but it ran away. I just saw it on my table here. It's just on the table. Alright. I saw a lot of bugs and insects and stuff, worms today too, so I don't mind. They could stay out here. Right? But inside, that's a different story. Right? That's a different story. And even if I do see them inside, I try to just capture them, get them to go into a cup and just bring them outside. Yeah. You need to mail. Oh, I mean make. It must be that autocorrect, right? I'm first. Yeah. L is beside the K, so I'll give you that. I know. Look. Yeah. Let's just highlight that right straight up right there. Straight up right there. What is it? Come on. Yeah. Let's just highlight that on the screen for a little bit. Okay. Hopefully it was fun, Shannon. I appreciate you dropping by. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind when they're outside. Whatever, right? It's part of nature outside. Inside, that's a little bit different in your vehicle, because it's your space, right? But you know what I mean? I don't need that in my bed or whatever, right? Hold on a second. I'm hearing something. Hold on. I gotta go check. Hold on. Alright, it's all good. I just had to make sure. I was just making sure. Because I can't quite see around the corner on it, and yeah. Just making sure I'm good, right? Spatial awareness. Right? No, I got some other plants sitting out here too. They're just grouped together right now. Maybe I'll show them or show parts of wine or whatever, right? But not right now. Because I'm not in the mood for it right now. Because this stream, I'm just chilling and just bringing some stuff together. Right? And all that stuff. Cool. I appreciate you folks, you gals, you guys coming by, right? However long it is, right? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, 2 minutes, whatever, right? It's all good. Or for some of you, maybe half an hour or an hour. And I appreciate that even more, obviously. Not don't lie about that. Not don't, because it's the truth. I'm pretty sure people enjoy it. Appreciate people that drop by 2 minutes, but probably really appreciate people that drop by and watch for the whole stream, right? Just the way it is, right? Like I said, it's pretty clear out, like fairly clear, just thin cloud. Basically, it's relatively just sunny, mainly or clear out, mostly clear, mostly sunny out, right? I mean, I'm supposed to see like 80s this coming up week, or into the 80s, right? One of the overnight temperatures is still in the 60s, right? It's gonna be really, really nice that one day or evening, right? I'll be like t-shirt weather, right? Even at midnight, right? Well, maybe we'll see. Maybe a light jacket if it's breezy, but we'll see. One of the things I'm planning to do is I haven't actually shown one of my walks or for it. I've been considering on doing one for this coming up week. Bring you guys along maybe. I haven't done one of those. Well, I've done them, but I haven't brought the camera. Or let me correct myself. I've had the camera, but to bring the tripod along, right? I need to try to bring the tripod along and try to bring you guys along as I try to make footage for it. So. Oh yeah. Oh, it's been warm. Relatively speaking, on Fire Horse, it's been, except for this one morning, which it was kind of cool out. I think it was only 4 or 5 degrees, maybe down to 3. So in the 40s for you guys in the U.S. Fahrenheit range, right? Besides from that, it's been relatively nice outside. Even even in at nighttime. So I don't know. I'm still my nose is still a little stuffy, but feels a little bit better. That's why I decided to come outside for a little bit. You know, randomly hear the birds, which I can't randomly see because they're in the tree line, and I can't see them because the trees are covered with leaves now because it's rain and there's been sunshine and the leaves have finally come out on some of these trees. Finally, all time. Like it feels like I didn't see leaves on the trees since like within the last earlier in the month now in the last several days, last 10 days, and I've noticed it more and more. So it's nice. So when you park by a tree, there's actually shade because there's actually leaves, not just branches, right? Because branches don't act really great for shade, but the leaves do, believe it or not. You prefer it cool? Yeah. Wow. Iron Fire Horse Marine. We still got June, July, August to go through. Still 90 days of that kind of stuff. More or less. Well, actually more than 90 days, technically. Isn't that 92? Yeah, that's 92 days, right? June 30 plus 31 plus 31, right? It's 92. I could do some basic math like that. If we include this month, right? That'd be 97. Go figure. So I walk back in here. Probably in a little bit here. And hopefully my nose won't keep running on me. Ugh. Can't stand it at times. And yeah. Man, it's so nice out here. See? It's so nice out here. My solar lights are just charging. In a couple hours from now, once the sun sets a little bit more or it becomes dusk time, I'll probably bring them back in and do all that stuff. Give me 1 sec as I walk back inside. Alright, check yeah, I got some power still good. Still good on the powder. Was I done? See, it feels like the first 20 minutes went by so slow now than like last an hour later from that time, it feels like it's been going fast. So, it's just nice. It's probably because people have come together that join me over here on my live stream as I talk about coming together and randomly talk about power. And, oh great, now I want to sneeze. Hold on. Wait. When you're about to sneeze, yeah. See, I can breathe from my nose, but it feels like I'm always like wanting to sneeze now. Ugh. The only thing I don't like about this time of year at times, right? It was great when it was raining all week because no allergies or whatever, because it washes down. But now I feel like I notice it a lot more right now as I randomly hit my foot against a chair. Sorry about that. So, I'll multitask here. Put some stuff away. Today, I was taking advantage of the sunshine, right? Taking advantage of the sunshine and I did some laundry earlier and, just hung up the clothes out to dry, right? Using what Mother Nature provides, right? And bringing it together, right? Stuff like that. So, I gotta make sure I put that stuff away before I forget. Multitask this in. Like, literally, I'm just putting stuff away in a closet right here. Some pants, some shirts, amongst some other things, just get out of the way. I'll multitask this while I'm doing this live stream here. I'd show you, but, underneath it all, it's all the same. It's just, just an endless story. May as well while it's there. Yeah, exactly, right? Take advantage of that. time period, right? Just like how I'm charging up the solar lights, charging up these batteries, right? Bringing this stuff together, right? I just ran into my tripod. So I'm paying attention because I'm looking at the screen instead of looking at what I'm doing. But yeah. But I do have like I said, I do have a shorts. Well, I actually have shorts in my hands right now, but that's beyond the point. Beyond the point. Just coincidence. I just happen to have them in my hands. Not even lying. They're in my hands. Because I wore them the other day. But I do have a shorts, as in a short video, on the YouTube side here this week. So when you see it, you'll get what I mean. It explains it a little bit more, and well, you'll realize why I said certain things during this stream. So when you see it, you'll be like, "Oh, that's what he meant. That's what CR meant about all that kind of stuff." So when you see that, you'll be like, "Oh, okay." No, I'm taking, to diverge a little bit from the together type of thing I've been talking about already. One of the things as a content creator I've been doing, well, I'm gonna try this out. I'm not gonna totally explain it, but because I wouldn't do it on a static, normal, long form content, but I'll do it on the shorts, and for, these shorter videos. But I'm bringing in some what's the word I'm looking for? Aspects or things on the screen for those shorts. So we'll see how that pays off or pans out. I should say pans out because they ain't paying out. That's for sure. We'll see how that all turns out for me. As I just put some stuff away. I'm just putting away a hoodie real quick here. I'm making sure I don't randomly drop the phone here, because I don't think that's not gonna be very impressive. What happened to your device, CR? I dropped it because I wasn't paying attention during the live stream. And people would be like, really? And I'd be like, yes. And I'd be so embarrassed, and I'd be like, my cheeks would be red, and I'm trying to avoid all that because I'm having such an awesome day here, and I'm doing a live stream amongst some other things and getting some stuff down. I managed to talk to some gardeners today, so yeah, I'm trying to bring together a nice day here, collectively bring a nice Sunday together here. Just put away another hoodie here. Almost ready to do something else. So let's look here. Hey, maybe one of these days I'll show my organization here. I've explained this before to someone else personally, but basically I'll just use what I can. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing setup. However, it is very functional, and that's what I like about this. It's very functional for me. In terms of bringing stuff together, I guess I could relate this in, but one of the things I've noticed more and more is when I bring certain things together, especially if it's organized with a system, right? I find it to saving you substantial time every moment. Get that? System, right? Or in my case, saving me substantial time every moment. But that's not the word system. That's symptom. I feel like I'm saying the word symptom. Yeah. Have a good night, Iron Fire. I appreciate you dropping by. Oh, wait. You said not to call you that. Okay. Take care, Iron Fire Horse. Almost ready here. I'm just putting the pants away real quick. I almost forgot to put the socks away. So I'll just quickly do this real here. Plug back in my phone. Maybe I'll show something else too while I'm at it. So. Our fire horse, you got that, yeah. I appreciate it. Let me just put this away. No, but about bringing stuff together, right? It's just like that's what I started to do. Like I used to do this in Airwave, right? And I just disliked it. Not necessarily hated it, but I disliked the way I had it before. And then it's like I went towards this method of doing this, and I've been able to maintain this a lot better. This kind of system, so way, me just bringing this system together in this case, clothes or whatever, right, has been much more beneficial to me. Been able to maintain this. It doesn't feel like a chore anymore, and I can relatively maintain it. And not only that, relatively speaking, put the clothes away and actually be able to find them or pick them out by material type, color, style, because things are grouped together. Yeah, grouped together. That goes, all right. So, pants with pants, shirts with shirts, t-shirts, hoodies with hoodies, socks with socks, and so forth underneath it all. But I'm not going to show underneath it all, because I'm too shy. But you know what I mean, right? So I just put this all away here real quick here. You know what it smells like? It smells sunshiny fresh, because they were out in the sun earlier today. It smells nice. Like fresh, like sunshine fresh. Not like cleaner fresh or fragrance fresh, but sunshine type of freshness. I kind of like that. And like that. And like that. Well, okay, now like that. It's done. Yay! Now I don't have to worry about that. Because I quickly did a CR thing. Oh, chores. Right. So I gotta put that stuff away. Because no one else ain't gonna put that kind of thing away. So it's all up to me on it. So I put these batteries to the side. I'll have to charge them up in a little bit. Well, later in the week. Put my stream light back in my pocket here. Oh, still feels like I have a runny nose. Ugh, I don't like it. We'll see how much longer. I might go just up to the 2-hour mark. I think if I didn't have this runny nose, I'd go a little bit longer. It's just like, it's just bugging me so much right now. It just bugs me. To a certain point, I can put out with a headache or a cough or whatever. But sneezing or runny nose, it's just one of those things that just bugs me. I can't. Some people, I talked to like a neighbor or whatever, they're like, they get a sneezing. I'm like, oh man, I wish I just had sneezing because of that. I can put up with that, right? But a runny nose just bugs the hell out of me. Basically what I do is just lay down or just sleep it off or just take a power or snooze or cat nap, meow nap, right? So that's all I do, and it helps me, but obviously, if I do that, obviously I can't stream, right? I have to end the stream. We'll see. But I'll probably just go to that 2-hour more. Get some time. Get some WT time in, right? I might have to miss some other streams just because it's just how I feel right now. But at least I managed to get some other stuff done in the meantime. And probably after the stream, I'll go get my Solaroids. Well, you're still receiving solid sunshine right now for the next little bit, so a couple more hours, so maybe let's see, set my alarm and go from there. Well, at least on the bright side, the coffee's really good still. Oh. Wish I didn't have this stuffy nose right now. Ugh, I can't stand it. I think of all the things I don't like specifically about springtime around this time of year, is this. This is why I was like, one of my gardener friends, coming back to this air story, when I was visiting them before the stream and all that stuff, one of the things I said, and I've said this before on the stream, I probably said this to other people, in my opinion anyways, about gardening or whatever, right, is, and this is my opinion, by the way, like, this balance, right, in terms of, like, the majority of the plants out there. Not all of them. Some of them like a little bit more of this or less of this or whatever. But generally, plants generally do well when they have a balance of airflow, you know, air aeration in the soil, water, sunshine, heat, or solar energy, or some sort of lighting energy inwards for the photosynthesis to happen, and nutrients, microbes in the soil, or nutrients, let's say hydroponically or whatever, right, in the growing medium, right? When they all have come together, yeah, see, I'm using the word together a lot in this. I might even rename the stream as Together on Sunday with CR, but, that's beyond the point now. But when those come together in a nice, relatively stable, nice balanced system or whatever, in my opinion, the plants do wonderful during that time. Usually, in my opinion, when one of those things overtakes something else, like too much water, too much heat, too much sunshine, you start to get, with some of the plants, less desirable results, right? Wilting, right? The stem gets soggy and starts to flop over. Yeah, I've seen that before. And yeah, I've done that with a sunflower before by accident, right? Overwatering or something like that. So, like, I'm always, trying to come back into, what's the word I'm looking for? Balance, equilibrium, whatever you want to call that. Balance in the center. See our word in there or whatever, right? Alright? So, for me, in my opinion anyways, seeing this all week of rain, some people are like, oh, I wish it would stop raining or whatever. It'd be like, I'd rather have it sunny all the time. Like, yeah, but if you have allergies or whatever, sometimes it's nice to, like, hey, it's sunny during the day, let's say right now. Now, it's not gonna happen tonight because it's gonna be clear. I know it's not supposed to rain, but if it rained like a couple hours from now, washes down the pollen back down, gives some moisture to the ground in the morning once again, and then the plants will enjoy that because now they can get some warmth, some sunshine during the day, moisture at night, in the evening, overnight, in the morning time, so it can help it grow or whatever. The microbes in the soil or the soil medium, whatever, right? I'm talking about like everything, right? Ants, worms, whatever, beetles or whatever. To aerate the ground, right? Little tunnels so air can get in, and not only that, water can get in and all that stuff. The roots communicate with the soil and all that stuff, that communication of all that kind of stuff, right? The roots and all that stuff, and this all comes together. And in my opinion, when I see that happening, I don't see it happen, but when it does happen, I notice it. Because I just notice the plant just doing so well for like I come back the next morning or the day after or whatever, and I notice the growth. I know, like, especially now since they're small right now, but later on I'll be like, especially if I'm been gone for like a day or two, right? Let's say camping or whatever, and I'll be like, I come back, I'm like, I'll notice the difference, right? Especially if it's randomly, I'll be like, did it rain? I asked my neighbor or whatever or whoever, right? Or I check on the forecast. And it's like, yeah, I know it was sunny and warm, but oh yeah, there was this evening that it rained. CR. I'm like, oh really? Oh okay. Maybe this is why the plants are doing so well, right? Because these things are coming together and helping it grow, right? And together we can grow too. So, hopefully excuse me. Hopefully that makes sense. Because I've been noticing that, and like I said earlier, like I was talking to a friend of mine. We were talking about mulch for like it seemed like 15 minutes. We're just talking about it, right? And just talking about it in general, and opinions and all that stuff, right? So, and I'm a believer in it too now, more and more. To a certain point, and maybe you want to be picky on the material that you're using for it, but generally, when it comes together, it generally helps. Generally helps, right? If necessary, you fluff out the mulch to get some air back in, right? So you have that combination of, oh, hey, it's
nice and sunny out. It's 80, 90 Fahrenheit, or 75, 90 Fahrenheit out, right? 24, 27, 32 Celsius. Those numbers are exactly right. No, did I say 32? I meant, yeah, 32 Fahrenheit. 32 Celsius is 90 Fahrenheit, yeah. 95 Fahrenheit is 35 Celsius. But, ooh, there's water in the ground because the moisture is getting held in. Oh, and this was rainwater that you gathered before. And the microbes and the air organisms in the ground are making little tunnels, even the ants or whatever, the worms or whatever, right? So the roots can get some air and the water. And on the surface, the leaves can get some airflow, like on the tomato, for example, right? So you don't get like, you know, blight, yes, right? And all that stuff. And the leaves can acquire some solar energy from the sunshine that it's getting, right? And it feels warm to them and all that stuff. Next thing you know, things are just growing very, very nicely. Like, they have that springiness to them, if that makes any sense. I've noticed that before with some of these plants, and I'm at times where I'm like, like, it just, you could see it has a nice, it can bounce back real easily in terms of not like being resilient, but like the wind hits it or you brush by it and it just bounces back, right? It's not this kind of like flop over kind of state. Because I've noticed that before at times. I'm just like, that's probably not a plant that's doing so well, right? It's probably something's missing or it's out of balance. Some things are not coming together nicely, or one thing, whatever it is, let's say water or whatever it is, overwhelming it or whatever, right? So, I mean, to me, when I see that coming together, it's a good feeling because it feels like, you're doing a good job at it because, like, it's able to bounce back. And now I'm talking about the resilient part of it, right? And you just brought these things together in a certain way. Like I said, sunshine, water, maybe some mulch to hold the moisture in the ground. All right, the microbes, ants, blah 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 blah, blah all those type of bugs or whatever are underground aerating it, right? Combined with some fungi, some bacteria in the ground around the roots, communicating. They're doing a mutual exchange of stuff, right? And next thing you know, the plant's just doing wonderful, right? Even in quote unquote warm or hot conditions, right? For what it is, right? Obviously this depends on the plants, right? Some plants just don't like the heat as much. Some of them can tolerate it better, right? You know, I've seen it for myself, right? Just like some plants can tolerate cold a little bit more or cooler temperatures, right? You know, it's like the difference between some flower plants compared to tomatoes or pepper plants compared to a sunflower, right? They vary what kind of warmth or cold that they can tolerate, right? However, I do know all of them need water. All of them do need some form of sunshine, right? And the microbes, the bugs in the soil may help aeration, for what it is, providing it's not the scarlet lily beetle and attacking the flower and attacking the leaf structure of the plant. But, if it's ants or whatever, probably not so bad. What's up, Blake? I see you in there. Virtual fist bump to you. I see you in there, man. I'm just rambling on for the last 10 minutes just to make it into this 2 hour mark here. I appreciate you dropping by, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. So, hopefully you're doing well. Virtual fist bump to you. So, yeah. Hopefully you're doing well. Did you make sure you charged up your battery, Blake? I said that to you for a while. I mentioned this because I was actually, talking about batteries earlier. So, let's just talk about some AA, AAA batteries I have. And like I said earlier, I guess as a recap, real quick, that I'm supposed to be getting, after a week of rain, cloudy skies, I'm gonna be getting a week of sunshine. So I'm topping back off some of these rechargeable batteries in this coming up week, and obviously today because it's sunny out today, and topping them back off for the next time I need to use them, whenever that is, right? And besides, they'll be more ready to go, right? He's at 9%, everyone. Well, hey, at least that's better than 1. Come on, Blake. I was expecting at least 10, man. I thought you were gonna give me 10%, not push-ups or whatever, right? Right, yeah. Actually, speak of, what's my battery at? Oh, I'm at 55. I should be good until the stream ends. Until I end the stream. So good. You know, it's funny. I actually have a plant. I can actually see it from here. I've done a shorts on it before. Surprisingly, I still don't know how I managed to show a plant to get on a shorts, like short form content, to get 1.1k views. I still haven't figured that out. I still haven't, quote unquote, cracked the formula, as they say. Get the algorithm to do something for me there, right? So, whatever, I guess it is what it is, right? It's like, when I don't try, everything happens. When I do try it, nothing happens, right? So, but then sometimes I do try it, then it works, right? And I get a nice average of like 600 or whatever the number is, right? You're fixing to plug it in? Yeah. You might need the battery power. I still don't go for another 7 minutes here, so you might need that power play. So yeah. See, now I'm starting. See, maybe I can go. I know it isn't so runny. Maybe it's just a quick thing. Maybe stepping outside earlier before I came back in was a good thing. Get some air. I feel like I'm not so stuffy anymore. Like I said, I cannot put up with a stuffy nose or runny nose. It just bugs. Well, it out of me. Right? I cannot stand it at times. I know sometimes when I'm going camping, everyone's like, "Yeah, wait, you're going to sleep or taking a nap, but like you're tired." And I'm like, "No, it's because of my allergies, right? I just won't because once I lay down, then it'll subside, right, for what it is. But I have to lay down, and sometimes if I'm laying down, then I close my eyes. The next minute, I fall asleep, take a little meow nap, right, and stuff like that, But it's worth it usually for me. So like, I don't want to put up with a runny nose for the next hour, where I could just take a power nap or lay down for a little bit, and I'll feel better. Or, I won't feel as stuffy. So where am I at? Okay. Oh, I sat down for so long that it almost took me a little bit to stand back up. Yeah, so this coffee that I had earlier, these coffee grounds on the chopping, well, they're already chopped, but I'm gonna drop them back into the ground a little bit here, and eventually add to the fertility out there within time. And basically what I do is just spread them out, or as some other people, or as their gardener that's much more famous than I am has said in the U.S., in San Diego there, broadcast it out, right? So I have the space that I can do that in. I'll probably do that after the stream when I go back outside again. Check out my Solroids, among some other things. I'm pretty sure all the Solroids I do have there, all those batteries I have in them should be almost totally, if not fully charged. Like I'm getting 1.2, 1.19, 1.25 volts. So they should be all topped off, right? Then tomorrow I'll top off some more, and then for the rest of the week until more of my batteries are recharged with a CR in it and ready to go again, and yeah, go from there again. And then I can use them again. Just in case. Probably wouldn't happen. I don't think so. I don't think it is. We're not expecting that much heat, but it's gonna be quite warm for this time of year. Like, like 10 degrees Celsius above seasonal for me, anyways. Between 5 to 10 degrees, way above seasonal for this time of year. Like for me, I'm usually because I checked, it's supposed to be around like that 70, 69 degree range during the daytime here. Overnight temperatures maybe around, let's say, in the high 40s, maybe in the low 50s. Single digits above 10 Celsius, right? So, it's gonna be much warmer than that. So, I don't think something would happen, but although I did predict it this one time back in 2021 during the sea wave, I was just like, I'm like, everyone's gonna be using fans and ACs. Something might happen, and something did. It was only a couple hours, very localized or whatever. But I was like, I'm glad I planned for that, right? I had solar lights. This is why I'm bringing it back up because of the solar lights, right? They helped me. I didn't have the set I have now, but I did have another set, and that did help me, right? Because I'm like literally taking a shower with a solar light, but it's just like nice, right? I didn't have to worry. I wasn't really as concerned or whatever, minor inconvenience, and I already had a way to set it up, right? Because I wanted to take a nice, quick 2-minute cool shower to just cool off, right? The power came back and all that stuff, so it's all good. So now that I'm coming into very, very close into this 2-minute warning here that I usually say on my live streams, so people can say something on the way out, all that stuff, and I can give my closing or my outro or my end statement or whatever you want to call it kind of thing, right? Give some, I appreciate everyone coming together and dropping by on this live stream with me, where I just talk about something, a few little things, share a few things, a couple sneak peeks here and there, sneak peeks here and there, okay? As I make it into the sing-along here. Hey, if you're singing along with me, well, maybe I'll talk about sing-along some other day. Some other Sunday, some other Saturday, some other stream, I'll talk about that. Maybe I'll give some more details and like, why does CR do that? For some people to talk to me or whatever, or heard me say it or type it or whatever. You know what I mean about that. Especially sometimes some of the videos that you see, there will be a reason why. Right? Because sometimes it's here, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's in a video everywhere. Right? As I end the stream with that kind of rhyme. But only this time. So, as I just wasted like another 90 seconds there. So, like, always, everyone, unless someone randomly drops in here, like, let's see, that's why I give the 2-minute warning, because usually people always say, oh yeah, people drop in late, let's see if anyone randomly just drops in, this influx of people. I'd be like, oh, I just got an influx of 20 people. I'd be like, okay, maybe I'll change my mind for another 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, but, I don't see that happening this time. So, I appreciate everyone dropping by. Go out there. Bring things together. Not just people. Not just the resources. Maybe bring some time together with something else, right? Share some moments with some people, right? If you go out singing or whatever, metaphorically, literally speaking, go sing for the moment. And, like, always, everyone, things are changing out there. Oh, did I leave that on the screen? I didn't realize I left it on the screen the whole time. See how absent-minded I was? I make that happen. Yeah. Anyways, things are changing out there, and apparently I forgot to change that back. But we're gonna adapt and do something about it too, and maybe even doing it together. Your skill and knowledge you can improve on it, but sometimes it takes a little practice. Sometimes you gotta apply it. Do what you can with it, right? And I know, unfortunately, all of us cannot help everyone out there, but some of us, if not all of us, can help someone else out there. All right? And bringing it all together. And like that, I brought it all, everything together and summed it up right there in a nice outro. And I'll see you all next time. And take care with a C already. Oh, and woo, 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 woo. And vigorously wave goodbye. All right. Take care, everyone. And I'll catch you next time. Later. Shout out to the replay gang.